Alright, welcome back to Mai Tai and ToJo versus the Airwaves. And today we have another special guest. His name is Matt McCrickard. So Matt, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, Matt. I've never met you before, but apparently we go to the same school.
And have the same major.
Alright, well, my name is Matt McCrickard. I'm a sophomore at UNLV, and I'm a dual major with film and English. I'm from the East Coast, which there's actually a lot of people in the film school that are from the East Coast, which is kind of surprising. I thought I was the only one, but
No, you're never the only one here in Vegas. There's always just like 5 others just like you, right?
Yeah, the film people start in the East Coast and they just generally work their way towards Hollywood until they just die.
Is that how it works?
Yes, it's very depressing.
Yeah, okay. So, anything else? I know you do a lot of rock climbing. I went with you once and you nearly I almost died, dude. I was just laying on the floor, I couldn't, I just didn't have the arm power for it.
Let's see, extracurriculars. I write mostly in my free time. I read comic
Screenplays
books.
or books or what?
Short stories and screenplays.
Okay. Well, why don't you pitch one to us?
Oh, God.
Wow,
on the spot.
Yeah.
On the spot. Let's see. Story about a man who's searching for survival.
Searching for survival.
Searching.
He's getting his survival badge in the
Boy
the
Scouts?
Yeah. I'm searching for it.
It's a story about a man struggling to survive. He's an outcast from his society because he's one of the only few people who was hit by this moon rock or was in contact with this moon rock that gives you magic.
So a lot of sci-fi.
Yeah, a lot of sci-fi.
Okay. All right.
That's the whole story about him trying to get rid of his magic, but being unable to.
Oh, nice.
Alright, cool. And is this going to be a thriller? When do we expect to see this in binding?
I expect to see this in 2050.
2050.
We'll be dead by then. The apocalypse is this year, right? Or is it next year?
Why do you exist? I don't understand why you're breathing my air. It's a waste of time.
I swear to God, I'm smart in other things.
A lot smarter than me, that's for sure.
Yeah, alright.
So,
speaking of smart, nerdy stuff is my news, right?
Yes.
On my nerdy news. So I was online, of course, where I usually am, most of the time. And I came across this prototype. And what it is you know how we're all into the touch screen kind of TV stuff, and we're trying to move away from having a computer screen.
Yeah.
We want 3D interactive stuff. And this is really close to it. What it is they put a kind of a projector thing in the middle of the room. And what it does is it shines the computer screen onto anything.
Oh, it's a hologram?
It's not really a hologram because you have to have a flat surface for it to work. But
So it's just a projector.
Say you use a pizza box. You just want to have it on you're eating pizza, I don't know, you want it on your pizza box. And it's still touch screen because it has a motion sensor. So instead of running around with a mouse, you just have this pizza box that you can check Facebook and you can scroll through everything and you can click on buttons. And the idea is that now you don't have to carry a computer around the room. I mean, it makes us look really lazy that you don't want to move your computer from one room to another. But you can just have it project on the wall, have it project on a pizza box. The sound, I guess they're trying to improve it. I mean, it's just a prototype, so.
Could they project it on, a body part?
Why would you want it on a body part?
He knows what I'm talking about. Composing music on some lady's ass, that's that's ballin' of the future, my friends.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't use it for that. That's not the first thing that comes to mind for me when I just thought it was cool. Why don't you think this is cool?
I think it's cool. It doesn't seem all that.
It's like a nipple is a mouse button. Click, click.
What do you think about this? I mean,
I think the interesting part of that would be underwater computers.
What?
Underwater computers?
Yes.
You just put it on the bottom of the pool and you just start messing around.
You remember that old joke on how you kill a blonde is you put a scratch and snip at the bottom of the pool? This is the 2.0 version of that joke.
It's like you can check Facebook if you go to the bottom of that pool.
How do you kill an engineering nerd?
What?
I said, how do you kill an engineering nerd?
Oh, God.
You put the, whatever the hell this thing is called, at the bottom of a pool. Just leave them down there so they can play WoW until they just die.
Oh, my God. I just thought it was interesting because, I mean, no one really knows where computers are going to go from computer screens. Like, we do want to do holograms.
It's gonna do holograms eventually.
You think so? I mean, because the truth is you really don't know. And I just thought it was such an interesting idea because it's so different from all the other ones I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, everything else I've seen is, like, 3D, but this is, like, motion sensor. You can move the screen anywhere throughout the room. Like, the sound is going to, like, change projection depending on where you are in the room.
I think I've seen, like, stuff kind of like this before, but it was really impractical. It was always really, really big, and it was usually used in, like, shows or something.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is, like, we've gotten so into high definition. I don't know how they're going to have something that's like a projector, project something, like, onto an object and be high definition. Like, we barely have, I mean, we have high definition screens, but you know what I mean, to have a projector.
All right.
So.
Well, again, thank you for your wonderful news. I think you always have interesting stuff. But, yeah, so this week's... Sorry.
Yeah.
It was not my fault
that... The enthusiasm wasn't really there.
You were distracting me.
Okay, alright, I'm sorry.
And, Mr. Amateur over here was distracting me also.
Why? What is he doing with that?
He was putting the microphone away from his mouth. And I was just like, uh-oh, that's not gonna help me later. But it's all working out now. So, Matt, you're a film made... Oh, we should introduce this topic. This week's topic is kind of a bye-week. It's gonna be a short episode, but, it's the good with the bad. Right?
By winning, or what kind of bye-week are we talking about?
Bye-week, like, we...
Have two topics?
No, bye-week, like, Shut up. Bye-week, like, we're trying to get by this week, and then, because we have a couple shows lined up.
That is not how I was even spelling it in my head.
The good and the bad, and we'll start off with having a podcast when you have an idiot co-host, and equipment that doesn't work, and equipment that does work but you don't know how to use.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still fun unless people don't listen, so we'll find out.
I don't know. Anyways,
but,
you are originally... I'm sorry, I'm talking to Matt this time, not you.
Matt.
Matt. I did say Matt.
With two T's.
Yes, with two T's. Matt. I think so, right?
Matt.
Yeah, two T's.
Because sometimes people are like, it's Jess with one S, and I'm like, why only one S? So, you moved here from a different state. I was about to say country, but I was like, wait.
The
so
South
different
is a
state.
Completely different country, actually.
I mean, it might as well be. You guys are weird down there. I've seen some crazy things.
You're from the South?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, what's it like growing
up
there?
Don't tell me you don't think of something just like a redneck, a Bible, and like a shotgun.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking
we have most of those down there.
Yeah.
I was thinking how good he would look wearing a very wide triangular hat.
And a bandana.
No, fool.
Oh.
KKK.
Oh, what's that? No, just kidding.
Were there any of your family in the KKK?
No, but interesting fact, in our history class, AP US history class taught by Mrs. Suiters, in case she's listening, there was a picture, actually, of our beautiful city of Roanoke giving the city key to the KKK in 1930 something, and it was a little disturbing. Again, that was probably a little more politically correct at the time, but
what time? 1930?
Like 1930s, 1920s.
Yeah.
It was it wasn't particularly the most
Did she show that picture in class?
Yeah, she did. She's like, interesting fact, guys. Our city government was pretty white supremacist back in the day. So that was an interesting little thing there.
Well, have you met Mai? She's quite the white supremacist.
I'm totally blonde hair and blue eyed. No. Tiny little Asian nerd. What are you talking about?
But what's it like? I mean, how long did you live in the South?
I have lived in the South for 18 years, 19 years.
Oh, okay, so it's pretty much, you don't have an accent or nothing, dude.
No.
Yeah, I was actually surprised when he told me he was from the South. I was like, what? Wait, where's the other
So you moved out here for college?
Yeah, I moved out here for college.
Oh, okay. So what's it like? Okay, if I would guess living in the South. What would I guess is a good thing, but I'm actually really wrong, and what's actually really bad about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, what's the good and the bad about the South?
Let's see. The good about the South is
small cities.
Yeah,
right?
Small cities. The stuff
everyone knows everyone.
The stuff that I really liked was the fact that everyone did know everyone. I've had a friend since 4th grade, and it was like every single year we got more and more together. And same thing with other people. You know them for so long that you just, there's no other it's a really